Hey there. In 57, we're working with scientific notation again, where the numbers are really small. So we've got negative exponents on the 10. Looking at this problem, we're going to be using that. If a sheet of notebook paper is really thin, which they call it 0.01 centimeters thick, but really that's a super thin piece of paper like this. Okay, how tall would it be if I had that times 2,500 sheets? So stacking these up, how tall will that be? And that's kind of a bigger number. So we'll eventually express the answer in scientific notation, but let's perform the calculation in scientific notation. So we take, instead of 1/100th, we go 1 times 10 to the what? It's going to be negative because it's really a small number. We went back to make this. So if we go back, it's a negative exponent. How many places? -2. And we're multiplying this times 2,500 sheets. And that number is actually bigger than 2.5. So this is a positive exponent, and we moved it 1, 2, 3 places. You with me? You can always pause and rewind if you need, or talk to a friend. Now we're going to try performing the calculation in scientific notation. So we'll take the 1 times the 2.5, and then we'll do the 10 to the -2 times 10 to the third. So obviously 1 times 2.5 is still 2.5. And that's going to be times the answer to this. Remember, when you have the same base, you can just add the exponents like that. So in this case, it's 10 -2 plus 3, which means 10 to the first. So I think our answer is 2.5 times 10 to the first, which is really just saying, it's really just saying that's the same thing as 25 centimeters. But they said express it in scientific notation. So that's this right here. But yeah, we've got this here to show what we just did another way. Let's do a division problem. 2 4/10 times 10 to the -8 divided by, right? Divided over 2 times 10 to the second. So we do this part, divide, and then we're going to do this part, divide. And the final answer is being multiplied. Okay? So I look at this part first, and I say, that's really 2 4/10 times 10 to the 0. Divided by 2 times 10 to the 0. So just do the 2.4 divided by 2. Fits in once. (1.2). So that's the green. I don't know if we really needed this part because it was already in scientific notation, but then we've got the yellow. (10 to the -8) divided by 10 to the -2, which means 10 to the -8 minus the -2. So we're actually going to end up adding easy to get that mixed up, the 2. So negative 8 plus 2, I think, would be 10 to the positive, sorry, 10 to the negative 6. It's a messy 6. 10 to the negative 6. So we just basically split this up in half. The extra stuff I did with scientific notation was not helpful. 1.2 times 10 to the negative 6. There it is. You can look at the rest of example 2 for more examples. Why don't we just do ACEG? ACEG.